What's going on, YouTubers? It's the Natural Born Driller, and welcome everyone to WWE 205 Live Review, the show from August 20th, 2019. You have your commentators Vic Joseph, Nigel McGuinness, and Aiden English, and they're at doesn't say where they're at here. Maybe trying to find the SmackDown one. I'm pretty sure it'll say it from there. Just, just give me one moment before I begin. This won't take long. There we go. My apologies, folks. Although it'll say it there, yeah, like it always does, but not the case for this week. Give a moment. Let's see where we're at. Okay, South Dakota. Now I believe it's pronounced where pertains to the city they're in. Seanox Falls, maybe? I think that's what it's called. But the fact that they're in South Dakota, and on this show it was just a one match show, I meant to say, excuse me. And here's how it began. Drew Gulak, the Cruiserweight Champion on 205 Live. He also opened up the show to talk about he's going to be a team captain, where it pertains to 4 members of his teammates, like for example, Ariel Daivari, Tony Nese, Angel Garza, and I'm trying to remember who the other guy was. That was a teammate of his. I got it right here actually. Oh yeah, Mike Kanellis. Yeah, to me he's an afterthought, because let's face it, Mike Kanellis, he's a loser in WWE. But anyways, basically Drew Gulak talks about what pertains to his teammates. And by the way, Tony Nese is not a heel. They just don't have no heels. Enough heels to team up with Drew Gulak against the baby faces. So yeah, Tony Nese is not a heel, but I think he's getting there when it pertains to the whole Only Lorcan. But we'll get to that momentarily. Alright, but anyways, so also we see Only Lorcan, because he's gonna be the team captain for his teams, which is gentleman Jack Gallagher, Akira Tozawa, Isaiah Swerve Scott, and Humberto Carrillo. And yes, Angel Garza is the cousin of Humberto Carrillo, and they're going to be we'll get that to him when we get to it. Alright, so here we go. The opening, and now we get to the opening match, which was only a one match show. So they're in the ring. I mean, they wasn't in the ring when it started, but I'm just saying. So I'm basically just going straight to the match. So they're in the ring. They're having exchange of words, and they all start brawling before the match even starts. All of a sudden, we have Jack Gallagher with 4 umbrellas. He gives it to Only Lorcan, Humberto Carrillo, Swerve, and Tozawa. Sorry, folks. Little algae from the idol. And they do the spot where doing the Mary Poppins dive. Now, It's alright when Jack Gallagher does it, when he doesn't out of the blue. But when you do it with four guys because Jack Gallagher tells you to do it, now you're going way overboard with that now. Yeah, so I didn't. That was the first time I ever hated the spot that they did with the Mary Poppins dive. So after we got everything in control, that's when the match starts. So you have Team Drew Gulak versus Team Orly Norkins, where this is a Captain's Challenge elimination match. And it started pretty good. A lot of guys, basically they treat this like it's New Japan. Where everyone in that match, gets to do their thing. Before someone gets eliminated first, that. My first prediction coming into this match, I thought Mike Nelson was going to be eliminated first, but that wasn't the case at all, because based on what happened here, what pertains to Akira Tozawa running the ropes, he accidentally bumps into gentleman Jack Gallagher, and it led to Mike Kanellis getting the win over Akira Tozawa with his finishing move. And that's going to be the story what pertains to Akira Tozawa and gentleman Jack Gallagher, where it involves with D. Brian Kendrick. So Mike Kanellis eliminates Akira Tozawa from Team Orly Lorcan. And then gentleman Jack Gallagher gets in there and gets him the gentleman's headbutt, and Mike Kanellis is gone. So in a way, Mike Kanellis was still eliminated early in the match. And by the way, you have his wife, Mary Kanellis, at the time was watching backstage, and there was no story behind that one, but it pertains to the aftermath of Mike Kanellis being eliminated. So the match continue on, with the rest of the teams that are still in the match. At one point, we did have Humberto Carrillo and Angel Garza scoring off, and Angel Garza was being an asshole, a prick to his own cousin. And I get it; it's all competition and all that, and in a way, it was a good story to tell there too. But the one thing I can't stand is Aiden English keeps pulling over Humberto Carrillo, not because of his talent, but because of he's so good looking, he's so handsome and all that. Like, man, you're acting like you want to marry this guy or take him out for dinner or something. Like, seriously, like that. It's a weird thing that Aiden English has with this obsession with Humberto Carrillo. It's weird, but I digress. But anyways, so Tony Nese goes, for his Sunset Driver onto Jack Gallagher. He ends up being gone from the match, and it continues on. Basically, the team Drew Gulak has the advantage, and Team Orly Lorcan is outnumbered. Basically, in a way, they're, the odds are not, it's not on their favor, So while the match is still going on, also when we go backstage and we see gentleman Jack Gallagher arguing with Akira Tozawa and D. Brian Kendrick, saying that basically D. Brian Kendrick is blaming Jack Gallagher for eliminating Akira Tozawa, and then gentleman Jack Gallagher is upset with the whole thing with D. Brian Kendrick, what pertains to last week on 205 Live, what pertains to, where he could, the match will continue on between Gallagher and Tozawa if Brian Kendrick wasn't there to knock to knock his foot off the ropes and all that, because of the way it happened. And then Kendrick basically says that how about you and I sell this next week in the ring, and basically a match was made for next week for Jack Gallagher and D. Brian Kendrick, which they need permission from the 205 Live general manager Drake Madrick first, which that's when Jack Gallagher walks away to meet with Drake Madrick to make that match official. Now it hasn't been official. I mean, it might happen, but I probably didn't pay attention to the commentaries for that one, but I'm pretty sure it was already made that decision to make that match happen, because that's the story that we got going here. So I'm thinking D. Brian Kendrick is going to be becoming a heel. I don't know if that's the direction they're going with him being the heel again, where he's going to either betray Akira Tozawa, or maybe it's going to be D. Brian, or maybe D. Brian Kendrick and Akira Tozawa are both going to turn heel, and Akira Tozawa is going to be a heel for the very first time in WWE. I don't know. I'm assuming that's what they're going with. Because why would you have Brian Kendrick and Akira Tozawa team up this year if you're just gonna have them break up? But I don't know what they're gonna do with that. But it's an interesting story to see where they go with that. So we'll see what happens with that. But the match continues, and it continues on. Tony Nese knows something out what's going on here, because he was wrestling against Swerve and Orton Lorcan blind tags to make sure because he was certain that Tony Nese didn't see, and when Tony Nese hit the ring Nese to Swerve and went for the cover, but then Orton Lorcan tried to get him with the half and half suplex finishing move, but Tony Nese was one step ahead of him. He did see the blind tag in a way, he sensed it in a way, and countered it, and they having that back and forth, and then a sunset driver was attempted by Tony Nese, but we had a series of counters after counters, all that, until finally Orton finally hit with the half and half onto Tony Nese and gets the elimination to Tony Nese. So, and this story here built up here too, because Tony Nese so far has lost twice what pertains to Orton Lorcan's. One was for a shot for the number contendership, for the number contendership for the Cruiserweight Championship during the Go Home Show edition of 205 Live, which was 2 weeks ago. And now 2 weeks later, once again, Orton Lorcan gets the win over Tony Nese, and that's a way that Tony Nese is getting the number. He's basically got Tony Nese's number. Now this is going to lead to a program between these two, and I think it's going to lead to Tony Nese to become a heel again on the baby face of Orton Lorcan. So the match continues on, and basically the teams that are left so far was Arya Daivari, Angel Garza, and Drew Gulak of Team Drew Gulak versus Orton Lorcan's team, Team Orton Lorcan of Swerve, Humberto, and Oni. So the match continues on, and I gotta say something about Arya Daivari. Arya Daivari was a little off on that night. He was completely off when it comes to fitting into moves, especially to Swerve at one point. Well, 2 points in a way. He was off cue, and like, come on, Arya Daivari, how long you been in the business? How long you seriously, But anyways. Now I can't remember when it happened. I'm assuming it happened around here, but I'm gonna mention right now. The Lucha Trash Party showed up on there, and I see myself, what was the point of having them up there? So basically, the Lucha Trash Party was talking about who may attack Grand Metalik, and basically they confirmed too that Humberto Carrillo is not a suspect because of course he's not. But they believe that Arya Daivari is, but they can't prove it though. But at the same time, this is the same. It's a story here too. Arya Daivari has been trying to build up some tensions between the Lucha Trash Party. Pertains to Lindsay Dorado should be a breakout star of the Lucha Trash Party, and basically wants to break them, wants them to break up. Have them fight each other or whatever in a way. So basically Kalisto, I believe it was Kalisto, who challenges Arya Daivari to a match. Either it's Arya Daivari, either it's Kalisto who challenged him, or maybe it was Grand Metalik, or maybe it was Lindsay Dorado. I don't remember who it was, but I didn't care. Because after that, they start saying, it's Lucha time. And right there, they lost me there. I hate Lucha Trash Party. So the match continues on after that. And along the way on this match, Orton Lorcan kept doing this. He kept doing this, like he's the Ultimate Warrior. Because if you remember, back in the days of Ultimate Warrior, when he does this, it means he's drawing power. The power of the warrior is drawing power from the deities. From the gods. That, right? That's the feeling I got from Oniryoki when he kept doing this. He's drawing power from the sky of the deities. It was ridiculous, but I kind of liked it though. I kind of liked it. And he was going crazy in this match too, by the way. On the outside, taking on all three all three of Gulak's team, especially Drew Gulak. Beating up on Garza, beating up on Daivari, beating up on Gulak. And finally, Gulak cuts off his momentum with the steel chair. Hits him with a steel chair multiple times, and cost him. Basically, Drew Gulak gets with the squad pipe because of that. So. And then during that time when Drew Gulak was leaving, they show a commercial in the middle of a match. Basically where they did the small screen thing in the corner, where they show the feature NXT match between Matt Riddle versus Killian Dane, which I'll do a review of that when I get a chance. And we get back to the match itself. And the teams that are left so far is Only Lorcan and Humberto Carrillo of Team Only Lorcan versus the remaining teams of Team Drew Gulak, Ariel Daivari, and Garza Jr. I mean, well, he is Garza Jr., but he's called Angel Garza. Angel Garza. So the match continues. One point, Ariel Daivari went for the Persian splash, but misses. Then half and half was attempted but missed. Hammerlock lariat was attempted, but Orlock's counter into a roll up and gets the elimination on Ariel Daivari. So now Angel Garza was only one more left, and then Angel Garza takes out he takes out Only Lorcan. Roberto Carrillo tucks himself in. And it was between the two cousins. Sorry about that. Just wait for the noise to pass by. So yeah, back to this. So Humberto Carrillo and Garza Jr. was, Angel Garza and Humberto Carrillo were going at it here. And to finally, in the end, it was Humberto Carrillo with a corkscrew splash off the top rope on his cousin Angel Garza to get the win for the sole surviving teams of Team Only Lorcan, Humberto Carrillo and Only Lorcan, and also the teams that didn't make it to the end, Akira Tozawa, Isaiah Swerve Scott, and who was the other one? German Jack Gallagher. Alright, I'm thankful, so I apologize. But yeah. German Jack Gallagher, Isaiah Swerve Scott, Akira Tozawa, Humberto Carrillo, and Only Lorcans. But basically, rotates to the two remaining members of Survivor Team Only Lorcan, ends up being the ones standing tall. So yeah, and there you go. That was the show. And there you go, folks. That was 205 Live. It was a one match show. And I thought it was amazing. No Sim Brothers, and basically I just enjoyed this match on the show for what it was. Facing the cruiserweights. I could have dealt without the trash party popping out of nowhere, but that was stupid the way they did. That shouldn't have. I don't know why. I don't know who decided to book that to be on there. That was so fucking stupid. But anyways, besides that, overall rating for the show, I'm gonna go 8 out of 10. Very good show. I enjoyed this show for what it was. And that being said, folks, thank you all for watching. For International Porn Jeweler, saying peace on the streets. But this was your WWE 205 Live review, the show from August 20th, 2019. Till next time, we're returning to 205 Live for this 205 Live review. I'm out.